New type. New leads. Though figuring out the most efficient leads won't actually be fruitful until I get into the first battle. But Ellie needs an excuse to get some experience anyways, so here we go. Got the good old... Oh, we're already into normal. I do have superpower on my Azumarill, but don't really got too many fighting type options besides that. But I guess if there was a moment to lead with this combo, this would be the battle to do so. Let's see, let's go for raw damage on you. And discharge should be enough to take care of the Feral. Quick attack on a Feral? This high of level? More likely than you'd think. I guess, like, if you knew you were gonna get knocked out by a discharge anyways, the priority isn't the worst idea in the world. But still weird to think of a Feral having that move this late into the game anyways. It doesn't even have access to Technician, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Then again, I did just remember XG does, like, change abilities for certain Pokemon, so it's not impossible. My favorite example so far is the Beedrill that knows Levitate. Makes me a little worried about when we've come across the next time we come across a Magneton, because mod developer seems to love giving things that float Levitate. So I can just imagine frickin' Magneton with Levitate. I would say invincible, but almost forgot about the part Steel being a factor. And that actually sounds way too busted not to actually do. And yet, I don't think we've had access to a Shadow Megamite or a Shadow Magneton yet. I doubt it's a wild encounter too, because I've been pretty vigilant with checking the spots. Not as late, but you've seen how much I've been checking Pokespots. Especially because I'm not fully convinced that the weird thing with Raikou is not there. Also, I love that. I love that in the most sarcastic way possible. I guess it doesn't matter because the battle's almost over. And Ellie's basically just here to shield the attacks. But then I'm still insulted by it. God, Discharge worked way too well in that battle. I think we know our... I think I know what lead I'm gonna bring into the set of fights. Yeah, just all it takes is one normal flying, which is not exactly a hard type to come by. Shoot, I'm double negative. You know what I mean, like all it takes is one normal flying type, and it's not like we're gonna avoid running into them. Look, a normal flying type. It's almost like they make up the majority of the normal type or something. At least in terms of dual types. I could be proven wrong, I'm just shooting stuff out of the top of my head. But it feels right. Yeah. Well, the goal is to get everyone to level 50. I guess the order we get everyone to level 50 doesn't matter that much. So... I guess, well... Who wants to... Cool, I just canceled out a belly dump. Well, I guess it was a belly dumb, because I didn't even get a chance to use it, but I meant to say belly drum. Point being, it would have been hilarious if I could actually see it knock itself out with belly drum. Devastating to make use out of it. But then again, you can make yourself faint with Curse if you're using the ghost variant of it. So it wouldn't be the most unusual thing in the world. Let's see, God, I guess is there even a chance for me to miss with high horsepower? For some reason I'm kind of paranoid of that happening, but oh. I guess I should have assumed that we were going to run into a fake out user eventually. Yikes. You all really hate my scummy discharge ground type strategy, don't ya? Frickin' Giga Impacting just to get rid of the Jolteon. Oh. I mean, of course you're that type of Eradicate. That's like the one thing that Eradicate's got going for it. Sorry, Eradicate. Oh, I found... You think after using my own moves for so long that I wouldn't mistaken Hyper Voice for Hyper Beam and wasn't tempted to go for it just for the funnies. But the funniest thing is, why would I even have Hyper Beam? So you're down, but that's fine. More experience for Ellie. Ellie needs it. Anyways. Kudos to you, madame. You took out one Pokemon. I expected this. I saw this coming the moment I saw Jolteon and a Donphan come out together. I knew he was gonna discharge spam like a scum. Or scrub. Well, you're the smallest challenger I ever faced. Says who? I actually feel pretty high and mighty, especially because you're leading off with 2 flying types. Whoa! Discharge Sweep. Discharge Sweep. Why I feel like I shouldn't be this excited about a Discharge Sweep? Let's see, I guess you would be slightly more bulky. But something like that tells me that it's not even gonna matter. Well, if the Noctowl somehow survives this, then it did matter. Even if it didn't, I guess we'll never know. Out of the way with you. Also, I wonder how people think about my stream thumbnail. It's slightly inaccurate because I didn't exactly have any Pokemon XG graphics on hand, so I just took a thumbnail, a random out battle thumbnail that I made for a video, just to have something relevant. So apologies if things were a little misleading, and you were thinking I was taking on a floor significantly later than what we actually started out with. Who wants to bet it's gonna be Jolteon? Yep. It's like they know. It's like they know Jolteon's carrying me for this entire area. Oh, they definitely know. Well, I'm sorry. Maybe if you actually had Pokemon that were above level 40, you would actually stand a chance. And it's all cool that you finally found the momentum to actually stop this Jolteon. A little too late. Because this is it. I didn't even get a chance to finish it off with Ellie because the crit kind of did the work for me. Jolteon Sweep. I gotta remember to make that the title of the video. And you know what? I was gonna wait until March to actually start uploading these videos. Or start editing these into videos, but I essentially have 4 videos just from this one stream alone. With the whole amount. Because I usually divide it up by the 5 areas since the type changes every 5 battles. Well, I don't mean areas, I mean battles. You know what I mean. I just got thinking that maybe for the area leader, I should have a different lead besides Jolteon and Ellie. I don't know though, it's working out pretty well for me. Oh no, my attack dropped. Whatever shall I do? To be fair, it does hurt Ellie. The problem is this was never about Ellie. I'm sorry, Ellie. You've been majorly overshadowed today. But trust me, just being a ground type is real valuable in of itself. And then you can be here to like finish off any stragglers that somehow managed to survive the first one. Though Tauros is I'm glad that Tauros is making your job easier, Ellie. I was a little worried you wouldn't be able to do your job of finishing things off after that whole intimidate and all that. But thankfully the Tauros was looking out for us. It was one to drop our attack, so as an apology, it lowered his own HP for us. I can appreciate a good champ like that. Alright. Kinda wondering if it's time to do literally anything else besides discharge. Oh, it's time to do literally anything else besides discharge. Which is a shame because I wanted to swap out Ellie to get my attack back, but I do have a fighting move on Swimmer Speed. It's not really the greatest fighting move because I can basically use it once, and then I have to deal with the lower stats for the rest of the battle, but we're kind of getting to the point that maybe I only need to use it once. That did over half damage even after an Intimidate drop. Oh, let's see how much your laser does. Yeah. I think that hurted you more than it helped. Oh, you're a coiled Dunsparce. You know what? Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to gang up on Dunsparce because Porygon 2 was kind enough to make itself completely incapable of attacking this turn. So why even worry about it? Yeah, imagine if a Azumarill got close combat. I guess it might be a little weird, but how different the whole things that can learn close combat versus things that can learn superpower. It's always been a bit of an oddity to me. Like, what is the difference between the two moves in terms of lore that would make some Pokemon able to learn superpower but not close combat? What even is the lore of superpower? It's just a superpower. I can't even begin to fathom how it would even work. Well, shoutouts to the normal area here for making getting Ellie up in level so easy. No, my friend. I need all the training. I'm about to face off against one of the most evil organizations the series has ever known. And I'm not even at level 50 yet. So, I want to keep this lead because it's so good, but I have 3 Pokemon in the back here that could use some experience as well. Well, let's go under the assumption that they're not going to make it for this whole battle because this is the area leader, so surely they don't have a full team of normal flying types. Like, if we're lucky, she'll have 2. Again, if we're lucky. I kinda have a sixth sense that Snorlax knows Earthquake. So, you know what? How about we let our friends in the back actually get some extra experience, you know, now? But who did attack? It's been so long, Ellie. What even is your item? I've been jumping between a few, so... Oh, of course, Assault Vest, my personal favorite of the bunch. Like, I like Rocky Helmet, too. Pardon me. But Assault Vest allows it to become much more of a wall. And it's a lot less devastating not in a single player campaign, because the downside of an Assault Vest is that you can't heal with moves in that, or you can't have any support moves whatsoever. But if I really need to use a supportive action in Ellie's turn, I can just use an item. Let's see. I think my game plan was to go into Jolteon Sweep on the assumption that they would want to attack me with at least one ground type move. Probably Earthquake. Like, even though I went for X-Cloud, my first instinct was that Snorlax was going to Earthquake and X-Cloud was going to Protect. But I guess that would be a little extreme. Oh, come on! Oh, no. Oh. Right, ground is weak to ice. I thought I swapped myself into an ice type move. That wouldn't have been great. Also, that's why I have an Assault Vest. Alright, at least X-Cloud's out of here, no issue. I wish I had just an AoE attack, though. Because I don't think I can just Brave Bird a Snorlax and expect things to go well. Oh, well, I mean, I have Tailwind. This would be a good time to use it. Not exactly for this turn, because maybe I could have just waited for next turn because I was going for priority anyways. But my concern is that I would have to just roost next turn anyways, because surely someone's going to attack Jolteon Sweep. Like, it's a frail little bird. Why would you not gang up on it? And paralyze it. Alright. How come I got a feeling you don't have a single normal flying type on your team? And this would be a convenient time for Blizzard to be part fairy, but nope. Game Freak didn't give every magical creature a fairy type. Just the majority of them. You know, I just realized the joke would have gone so much better if I said Game Freak didn't give every magical girl a fairy type, but too late now. Your drawback is that you're super vulnerable to physical moves. Tempted to just try. I'm tempted to see if I can one-shot it with Jolteon Sweep. It's a fool's errand, because even if I do, what's the point? Snorlax would just take me out, but what else do I want to do? Have a water nutrition until I get fully paralyzed? I'm just getting attacked and heal, get attacked and heal. I'd rather have Jolteon Sweep go out on his terms. Maybe next time you'll get to get some experience, buddy. Dang, you really want to bash the bird, don't ya? Because I am not convinced in the slightest that that was meant for Ellie. Alright, who do I want to send in? Flame Chop or Funlin? Oh, what am I doing? I had a fighting type this whole time! I was still half tempted to send in my Houndoom to get some experience on things, but oh, cool. Speaking of oh boy, this would be a perfect time to have Protect. Guess when would be a perfect time to have Protect? Oh, actually, what am I doing? I have Spore. I don't have to deal with crud like this. It's so great that I realized how the full potential of Funlin right at the very end of the battle. I guess better late than never. This is probably the most crucial time to bring it in anyways. Alright. Would have been nice to have one more turn of Tailwind, but I'm sure it was useful for like all the turns that Donphan had to carry anyways. Alright. You probably have, like, cross poison or something. Do I take... Yeah, maybe I can take the chance of sleep. My thinking was even if it woke up, Truant would stop it, but I'm not sure if Truant works that way, since we put it to sleep before it could attack. I'm sure we'll find out eventually. Also, it's kind of impressive that Ellie's been holding up for so much to fight, even without the support of Congenerate. Yeah, it might have guts. It's probably not worth it. Getting up on the Zangoose, and then maybe I'll worry about slacking next turn. Well, if I knew neutral damage would do this much, maybe I would have just been better off attacking the slacking. Ah well, this was a safe play as far as I'm concerned, and you know what I say, better safe than sorry. Yep, not a single normal flying type. Like a good normal trainer. That's a little harsh. Like, part flying would give you some coverage. It cancels out your fighting weakness. There is good to normal flying. Just not when your opponent's main strat is using an electric type that attacks literally everything. You know what, Ursaring can be devastating too? I'm gonna have to worry about the slacking eventually. Oh, this is a fun idea. I'm worried about slacking waking up before I can take care of it. Why don't I just put the other Pokemon to sleep? It definitely has guts, but it can't hurt me if it can't attack. I don't even think, like, in the calcs that guts would trigger if something is asleep. Oh, speaking of timing, guess who's loafing around? Not you, because you, as far as I'm concerned, are gonna be taking a nap. Like, we could Drain Punch for super effective damage, but why attack the foe when I could just keep them from attacking me this entire time? I'll be honest, this was not the way I was expecting to use Funlin when I first sent it out into battle, but in hindsight, was there really any other way this battle would have gone down? Area Leader's lucky that I didn't realize that Funlin was on our team earlier on. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little ambitious in myself. Thankfully for me, they don't see the Breloom as a threat quite yet. Oh, you have a Flame Orb. Yeah, you definitely have guts. You are not cool at all. Take a nice punch to the face. Everyone can still hear me jabbing the enemy in my own sass, right? I was just trying to see if I could see the mic levels. Because again, the one downside about a live stream setting instead of recording on my own time, a lot more possibilities of things going wrong and not being able to easily reduce stuff if things go wrong. But nevertheless, that's a second area leader clear. I'll be honest, when I first started this, I was not expecting to do 2 whole areas in one live stream. But I don't know if I could see any other way. Not quite over 9,000. Very, very close though. Alright, we got anything cool for this? This is Area 50, this is like the halfway mark. For completing this area for the first time, please accept this gift. Lumberries. Yay. Things I can probably get from the Berry Man if I grind it enough. Granted, before going into this I only had 1, so I guess it's not that terrible. It is probably one of the better berries to get. But man, they really spoiled us in the first half of this. Things like ability capsules, and man, all sorts of stuff that I really enjoyed and got a kick out of. So, first things first, I'm gonna save before worrying about anything else. Oh, I did the thing where I set the controller down and then unplugged it, so yay! It really is the end. This is fine because I was going to wrap things up anyways. It just would have been nice not to do it on the save menu screen. Thank you all for tuning in for this episode / episodes of Pokemon XG Next Gen.